You've probably heard the term 1,000 times, right? VPN. But what in the world is a virtual private network? Really, how does it actually work? And maybe the biggest question of all, is it something you should be using? Well, let's get right into it and break it all down. But first, let me ask you this. Think about the last time you were at a coffee shop or an airport or maybe a hotel. You probably logged onto their public Wi-Fi without even thinking twice. Here's the thing though, that public network is like a wide open highway. And if you're not careful, your data is just sitting out there visible to pretty much anyone else on that same road.
So how do you keep yourself safe on that digital highway? Well, imagine building your very own private, secret tunnel that cuts right through the middle of all that chaos. That, right there, is the core idea behind a VPN. It carves out a secure path, just for you, right across the public internet.
So what this really means is that a VPN creates a secure and, this is the important part, an encrypted tunnel for all your data. Everything you send and receive gets scrambled, which effectively hides your online activity and your unique digital address, your IP address, from any prying eyes.
All right, so how does this whole digital tunnel thing actually get built? I know it might sound super complex, but it's really a pretty clear, logical process when you get down to it, so let's walk through it step by step.
Okay, so it all kicks off when your VPN app, the client, reaches out to a remote server. Next, they do a kind of digital handshake to verify each other's identity. That's authentication. Then, a special protocol, you might have heard of names like OpenVPN or WireGuard, creates the secure tunnel itself. Now, before a single piece of your data is sent, your device encrypts it, scrambling it up. And finally, the VPN server on the other end receives your scrambled data, decrypts it, and sends it on to its final destination. It's like a digital handshake, a secret password, and a protective shield, all happening in less than a second.
We keep throwing this word encryption around, right? So what does it actually mean? Just think of it like turning a clear, easy-to-read message into a secret code. Your data gets all jumbled up into something completely unreadable. The only one who can make sense of it is the VPN server on the other end, because it has the special key to unscramble it. To anyone else trying to peek in, it's just digital noise.
Now, the next key piece of the puzzle is something called encapsulation. So if encryption is the secret code, you can think of encapsulation as the armored envelope you seal it inside. Your original data packet gets wrapped up inside another, totally secure packet. This is the technical magic that actually creates that tunnel we've been talking about.
And here's the big payoff. When your data finally leaves that VPN server and heads to, say, a website, that website doesn't see you. It doesn't see your home or the coffee shop you're sitting in. Nope. It only sees the IP address of the VPN server, which completely masks your real location and identity.
So now that we've got the how down, let's talk about the who and the why, because the reasons people use VPNs are actually super diverse. We're talking everything from corporate boardrooms all the way to your living room couch on a Friday night.
You've basically got two main flavors here. A remote access VPN is probably what most of us think of. That's you connecting your laptop from home to your company's private network. But then there's a site-to-site VPN, which is more for businesses. It connects entire networks together, so a branch office in one city can act like it's in the exact same building as headquarters.
So what are the everyday reasons people actually fire up their VPNs? Well, for remote workers, it's a total lifeline to company files. For anyone traveling, it's pretty much essential for staying safe on public Wi-Fi. For people who are really privacy conscious, it's a great way to hide their digital footprint. And, let's be honest, for a lot of us, it's just a way to watch that show that's only available in another country.
Okay, now this is really important. A VPN is not some magical invisibility cloak that just solves every single security problem you could ever have. We need to be realistic about what it can do and what it absolutely can't.
One of the biggest myths you'll hear is that the second you flip on a VPN, you become a complete ghost on the internet. Totally anonymous, completely untraceable.
Yeah, that's not exactly how it works. Look, a VPN is a massive step up for your privacy, but it does not give you total anonymity. Let's dig into why.
See, a VPN only secures your data while it's in transit. It can't do a thing about a virus that's already on your computer. It definitely can't stop you from accidentally giving your password away in a phishing attack. And this is the big one. You have to trust your VPN provider. You're hiding your data from your internet company, sure, but the VPN company itself could potentially see everything.
So, with all that in mind, how do you decide if a VPN is the right move for you? Honestly, it all comes down to weighing the good against the not so good.
Let's lay it all out. On the plus side, you get fantastic security on public networks and you get to mask your location. But on the downside, all that encryption can sometimes slow down your connection. You'll also find that some services, especially for banking or streaming, will actively block VPNs. And, like we just said, your security really comes down to trusting the provider you choose.
At the end of the day, a VPN is an incredibly powerful tool for digital privacy, but it's just one tool in a much bigger toolbox. So the final question isn't just, do I need a VPN? It's much bigger than that. In a world where our data has become this incredibly valuable currency, how are you going to protect yours?